I'm on H1-B, that's a work visa. Read that I can start a company and work for it provided board of directors can fire me. Is that true? Well, let's talk about that. So the H1-B visa is when you have an employer in the United States that needs your specialized knowledge. Now, you have to have an employer, a true employer-employee relationship. So you can't just start a company and be your own boss, because that becomes a fake company. You're not really an employee of that company. However, for the H1-B, if you potentially are a minority holder of that company and you have people above you, presidents, board of directors, that can fire you and have authority over you despite your ownership in there, maybe you can argue that it is a true employer-employee relationship, and because of that, you can be petitioned by your own company. Again, I wouldn't recommend being majority owner. It'd be a minority control of that for sure. But that's something you should really talk with an immigration attorney about, because you have to review the company's operating agreements, shareholder certificates, all that kind of information that breaks down what the ownership is, and then take on the risk that is associated with that. But you could always give it a try. But the H1-B is not a long-term solution. There's a time limitation for them. And then if they file for a green card for you, they're more strict on this issue than they would be if it was just an H1-B. So this requires some deep analysis, preparation, review of documents, review of corporate documents, all that kind of stuff to give a good answer to this. And there's always risks involved in this administration. They're looking for reasons to create problems for people, even when there is no problem. So just prepare for that risk. H1-B maybe, the green card is a little more tough. I'd be careful for that. And then also with the green card, you have to be worried about what country you're born in and all the issues involved with the timelines that takes for a green card to happen, because inevitably, again, the H1-B is limited time. So you really want to have a next set plan, what your plans are next. And maybe in this time you fall in love, get married to a U.S. citizen, that'll solve everything. It happens, a lot of my cases are just like that. Yeah, hopefully that information helped you out a little.